Welcome to everyone watching this video today. This video is another Project Teasers video, and today we're going to talk about IT or ICT classes. Now, similar to numeracy classes and literacy classes, you're going to need someone who's proficient, who's a practitioner that can offer this skill set. This is something that I can do personally, but of course, that may not be the skills of the person watching or listening to this video, but it may spark other ideas. However, if you haven't got the skill set, you can bring a cluster of individuals that have an interest in IT, ICT together. They can bring their own laptops, their own computing equipment, or you may have the provision in the church building or the church hall. You may need to obviously cloak the building with a Wi-Fi provision of Wi-Fi. That's something that's useful in any case if you're using the building for community use for any of these projects really, and engaging with people in the 21st century. Free Wi-Fi code can obviously be something you offer to community cafe, all the groups that you cluster in and bring in. Now, these groups can also be a holding ground for outside organisations, colleges, institutions that are offering IT and ICT courses, but it can be a way of clustering these individuals and giving them a safe place to meet, to collaborate and to come together. IT and ICT, if you've got a varying level of expertise, you may find that you've got someone in the group that can actually get engaged with building a small website for the church, someone who's okay at maintenance of websites and digital footprints, someone who may be able to do a social media campaign, setting up a group for the church, maybe on a Facebook group, a TikTok site, I'm just trying to think, Instagram, some of these social medias that are popping into my head, a Twitter feed, and someone can actually be perhaps the lead on those things once you cluster and bring people together. I have a specific skill set where I can actually teach and lecture basic ICT, and I've done so on a number of levels with internet access, silver surfers as they're sometimes called, the older generation, getting them engaged and equipped with computing equipment and computing skills, very basic computing skills, which of course prior to the global pandemic that we've just gone through, I would have taken a number of elderly people that, because I'm talking yesteryear, some of those individuals may have even passed with age, but they were previously unable to access computing skills and unable to communicate through the computer. Even if I look back, there may be around about 100 elderly individuals that we actually gathered and equipped with such IT basic skills to email, to get onto social media, and to actually have face-to-face contact with people through, in those days, webcam, and what of course would have evolved into Zoom and such video conferencing, etc. So the ability to gather and harness individuals, the elderly individuals that need those skills, which we're losing that really now. We're becoming quite a computer literate population, but gathering those individuals that may need those skills and need access to the equipment, but then of course being that basin of those that are going for their first qualification with outside stakeholders, but being somewhere where they can come, gather, cluster over a cup of coffee, tea or whatever, and have a safe, warm place to actually use your facilities, and then bridge into the church and have the gospel relationally explained to them as you relationally evangelize. That's the purpose of these project teasers. I make no apology for that. But also, if you've watched this video today, it may spark other ideas and get those juices bubbling. But do feel free, if you need any more information, to contact us through the About section. We can tell you the pitfalls, the do's and the don'ts of how to set up this project and many others. We've mentioned the numeracy, literacy and ICT classes that may need outside involvement or a professional within the church family. But seek out the skills that are there, utilize, equip, enable and empower those within the church family to reach out, throw their nets out and gather all those like-minded individuals. God bless you in the days and weeks ahead. Amen.